All right, here we go again. Okay, you've by this stage, you've seen the tank, you've seen the exhaust, you've seen the risers, you've seen the front end, you've seen the frame cleanup, you've seen the back wheel and tyre, you've seen the back tyre, you've seen the front tyre. Now, what you're gonna see is the rear fender. Now, can't find a 5-inch fender anywhere in Australia. Would have been good to have got even something different and modified it, but you know, anything. That may happen, don't know. But for the time being, I'm going to, I've got this fender here. This is to suit a 200 rear tyre. So it's fractionally a bit too wide. Just fractionally. So what we're going to do, we are going to cut the middle section out of this and hopefully make it hug this tyre. Hopefully make it hug this tyre nice and close and look cool. It's got to look old school, but I don't know with the shape of this fender if that's possible. Hopefully if I narrow it a bit and I don't know, make some edges a bit straighter, you know, cut it straight across here. Don't know, maybe it curved, might look good. Don't really know what I'm going to do, but the first thing is I'm going to narrow it, and it might look completely different. It might look cool. I mean, a good percentage of it is going to be covered up by the seat, and you know, it's got stuff covering up the sides, like exhaust is one side, sissy bar will be going up over it, and that. So it might not be something that you see too much of if it's not quite chopper, old chopper, 60s, 70s chopper enough. Anyway, we're gonna start this up. We're gonna start doing it and hopefully not fuck it up. Let's see how we go. Fucking hardest thing in life is trying to find where to put this fucking camera. Something like that. Okay. First thing, find the centre. 215. 215 is the width of the guard, which would make sense because on the inside of the guard we had 213, and that's around about 1 mil thick. So 1 mil either side, 215, makes sense. Half of that will be 107.5, I would say. And there's a screw, not a screw, there's a nut that's been welded on. Just sort of roughly, that's in the centre. No, it's not. 103. Don't know. And another thing to make sure is all the way over the guard is around about the same. Cool. 1-0. 1-0. Alright, so we've got our alright, so we've got our guard cut in half. You can see the previous person went to a lot of trouble to get that nut in the centre. Alright, so like that. And around a bit, obviously. Right, so 80 mil. Now this isn't really important. This is not what I'm going out of my way to get. Oh shit! I've got to wind up a bit. Not really going any way to this. I want to really have a look at the sides and how it sort of sits. Now, we're not going to get it perfect like this, but I just wanted to see that the shape of this fender does actually match this tyre. So look, it's not looking too bad. We're going to have about a 10 mil gap, and it is going to be lifted up a little bit, so it's probably going to be somewhere about there, but the closer and tighter the better. Alright, so stage 2 is we're going to cut them strips off either side, 38.5 mil, I think we worked that out to be. Mark that out and go from there. I'll just show you something quickly. Good way to check. So we said 38.5. Now this rim's hugging the tyre nice, but it is going to have to probably come up a little bit. It does have to come up a little bit, so that should give us that gap that we spoke about earlier. And I'm saying 38.5 now. To the middle of the tread roughly is pretty close to 38.5, even though it probably doesn't look like it through the camera, does it? Yeah, there we go. So that's a good way of confirming, and hopefully we don't take off too much. That's why though I wanted to do that centre cut first, and now it's going to make it, we're going to be able to get a real nice cut, or at least clean marking on the next 2 cuts. Just a little bit of insurance. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not fucking perfect. It's hard to believe, but if I was to put a mounting nut on this guard, I would at least make sure I put some effort into getting it within a couple of mil of centre. As you can see, it's fucking not even close. I mean, I've done some dodgy shit, and I know that's not dodgy. It's fine, I guess, but fucking that would piss me off if I welded that and it wasn't in the centre. That's me fucking rant then. I'd say she's pretty close to centre. Not bad for a fucking dickhead. Alright, so I've cut me strips out off either side, and I'm left with this. So it's going to be a nice narrow guard. Hopefully everything's going to work out alright. I haven't test fitted it yet on the bike. I will, but I need to clean up these girders and everything anyway, and get rid of some of this paint off the inside, or it's not going to weld too well. I can't get rid of that shit on the inside without, I reckon, paint stripping it. I think it's that underbody, that special underbody coat you use on cars, and it stays tacky. Just it won't come off. But I've cleaned up a little bit of it. Should be enough. If not, it'll smell nice. Oh, it's definitely going to smell nice, regardless. There's definitely too much on there to clean up, so make a few tacks and then I might see about getting a wire wheel or something like that. Alright, so I've done me cutting, done a little bit of grinding, and I'm just sort of roughly test fitting this guard. That gap, I know it looks like there's a gap, but when you actually put it together over it, it's not too bad. But I'm not going to know until I start. I'm going to have to sort of tack it in some spots, try not to get too much heat into it, and hopefully close this gap up a bit while trying to while trying to not fuck anything up too much. Alright, let's get into it. Better tack it up and start the process. I don't know the best way to do this yet, so you have to bear with me. Okay, got our guard all narrowed. Moment of truth. It's come out. It's pretty smooth. It's not bad. And after I fully weld this, after I fully weld it, I hope I don't distort it too much. But it looks pretty good. You're not going to see a lot of it. The sissy bar will come up from here somewhere, and the seat will come to here. So you're pretty much really only going to see this bit, depending on the design of the seat and everything like that. But look, that's it for now. That's how that's going on there. It looks like it hugs the tyre really well. By the time it sits up, it is. I've noticed with some others as well, when you sit them up, they do go a bit out of round, but it'll sit up somewhere like that, I reckon, by the time I'm finished. It's a bit hard to show you with one hand, but anyway, that's the main bit, the most important bit done, and I've got a bit of clearance in the sides, and that's with it hard down. Not much clearance, but some. So where do I go from here? Okay, well, I guess I fully weld it, then clean it up, then mount it. But that's all there really is to it, and that's a big piece of the puzzle done. Okay, get stuck into that. What I'm going to do now, before I fully weld it, I'm going to go back and chuck some tacks between these original tacks. It's, I don't know, probably about 0.8, maybe 1 mil thick material. By the time I start getting some heat into it, it will move around a fair bit. I don't know how much of it I can fix afterwards. I'm hoping these sides and everything will keep it pretty rigid, but I guess worst case scenario, I've just got to tweak it a bit. I'll have to do it anyway, just it's to the extent it needs doing. Done. Alright, all narrowed, welded, and good peno. Reasonable peno. Let's have a look at it. Let's see how much I fucked it up. Like a fucking glove. It's good. Alright. I'll find something now to space it up off the tyre a bit, and that should nearly be it. I've got to clean it up. I've got a sissy bar that I can just use as a mock-up to see roughly where everything's going to sit. This thing here, that'll come back down. I'll make a mount off this to that, whichever way I need to, and through here this will be cut off more than likely straight. The sissy bar is going to probably be about here by the time it's sitting out, so I'll probably have to trim this back a little bit, but we'll wait and see. We'll see what happens, and I'm starting to learn not to say too much to predict the future with it, because everything just changes all the time.